Please subscribe to Gauri Tutorials YouTube channel and press the bell icon so that you could get the notification of new videos as the time of upload.
In this part of the video, we are going to study about the glands which are present in the intestine, and also we are going to discuss about the histology of the gut or alimentary canal. So first of all, we are going to study about the intestinal glands. Intestinal glands, they are present in the intestine and obviously they help in the digestion of the food by secreting certain digestive juices. Now there are two types of glands here. One are crypts of Lieberkühn and second are the Brunner's glands. Brunner glands, they are present in the duodenum part of the intestine, while crypts of Lieberkühn, they are simple structures which occur between the villi. They are present between the villi. Villi are these are the villi. They increase the surface area for absorption of the digested food material, and in between the villi there is presence of these crypts of Lieberkühn. They have some cells which secrete the enzymes and also the mucus, which prevents the intestinal wall from any kind of loss or erosion of the cells due to food particles which are present in the intestine. While Brunner glands, they are shown here, they are present only in the duodenum part of the small intestine. They are not present elsewhere, and they secrete little enzymes and mucus. Their secretion is less as compared to that of the these crypts of Lieberkühn. They secrete more amount of enzymes and mucus. Now the intestinal juice, that is termed as succus entericus. This is the name given to the intestinal juice, and it helps in the digestion of food, and it contains many enzymes like that of maltase, sucrase, zymase, isomaltase, lactase, enterokinase, nucleosidases, lipases. We will study about the function of each and every enzyme when we will study about the process of digestion. Then we will study under intestinal glands that what these enzymes act upon and how they digest the food which is taken up by us. Then next is the histology of the gut. Histology means the tissues which are present in the gut. What are the different layers which are present in the gut? Now gut word refers to alimentary canal. There should be no confusion. This is simple. Gut means the alimentary canal. Now the wall of alimentary canal, like when we study about the skin, we study about different layers of the skin. In the same way, the wall of alimentary canal, that is made up of four different kind of layers. First is visceral peritoneum. This is the outermost layer. This layer is present in the outermost part, and it is obviously protective in function. Now, which is the outermost part? This layer, that is the outermost region. This one, which is called as serosa here. This region is the outermost region, and this is the innermost part. This is a tube-like structure like this, and this part is the part where there is presence of food, and this is the boundary wall of the wall. So of the gut wall. Now this most layer, this outermost layer, that is called as visceral peritoneum. Viscera word is for the internal organs. So peritoneum is the layer which covers the internal organ here. Then is muscular coat or muscularis. This layer, this is called as muscular coat or muscularis layer up till this part, this one. This much part, that is the muscle layer or muscularis layer. It consists of smooth muscles. We have studied about the smooth muscles. We have studied under the animal tissues that there are different kind of muscles, and among those smooth muscles, they are involuntary muscles. They cannot be controlled by us. We cannot control the movement of intestinal muscles. They are smooth muscles. They are of two types: longitudinal and circular muscles. Now these are the longitudinal muscle. This is the cross section. Like if it is a cylinder like this, suppose we are going to talk about intestine. If it is a cylinder like this, so longitudinal muscles are arranged in this manner, and when we cut the intestine like this, they will appear like this. They do not appear like longitudinal lines. They will appear like circular when we cut them. So that is why they are the longitudinal muscle. They are arranged parallelly to the gut wall. So this is the layer of the longitudinal muscle. Then second layer is there of, that is of circular muscles. They are arranged in this manner in the gut. So this circular layer, these two layers, they are present. This forms the muscular coat or muscularis of the intestine. These layers, they help in the movement. They help in the movement of the gut. Like we see, there is movement in esophagus, there is movement in stomach, intestine. So food moves from one part of the alimentary canal to other due to the help, with the help of these muscles. In stomach part, there is additional layer of these kind of muscles. They are oblique muscles because there are churning movements in the stomach. These muscles, they help in the movements and thorough mixing of the food also. Then is submucosa. This region, you can see here, this region is called as submucosa. It is formed of connective tissue, and it has got blood capillaries, lymph capillaries. We have already studied, we will study under the circulatory system. In previous classes you must have studied about the blood capillaries, lymph, and there are nerve fibers also. Then last is mucosa. This is the innermost layer, and this is innermost part, and it has mucus secreting cells. Mucus secreting cells keeps this layer, innermost layer, slippery and smooth, and it prevents any kind of wear and tear by the food items which are present inside the gut. And also there are absorptive cells which help in the absorption of the digestive products. Especially these cells are present in the small intestine part. And then next is mucosa part. If we divide this mucosa part, then there are different layers inside it. For outermost is muscularis mucosa. This one, this part from here. This is muscularis mucosa. Then inner to this is lamina propria. Here there are blood vessels or any kind of lymph capillaries or tissues inside it. Then the innermost layer, obviously we studied that innermost part is this one. So they have mucus secreting cells, and they are called as goblet cells, and also there are absorptive cells in the microvilli. These are villi. The villi have the role of the villi is to increase the absorptive surface area, so that whatever digestive products are there, they are absorbed from there into the blood vessels which are present into, so in this layer, so that it can be later on circulated in the whole of the body. So today we studied about intestinal gland and the histology of the gut wall. Thank you.